Perez with Florida Realty in Miami. Welcome to part 2 of the residential contract. We're going to go over paragraph 6B here, where it says if property is subject to leases or occupancy after closing. So what this basically means, if you have a property that you're going to be putting a purchase on, and the property is leased, has been leased, will be leased, if there's a verbal lease, you have now 5 days after the effective date for them to give you a lease for you to look it over. Before, it was 5 days after the inspection period. That is no longer true. It is 5 days after the effective date. Once they do give you that lease and you look it over and it's not good for your client, or your client does not agree with it, you have 5 days to send them a written notice of cancellation of the contract due to the lease. Now we go to paragraph 8B, and here a couple of things have changed. Now we have the word other. If your client is having a USDA or a 203K loan, now you could specify what kind of loan it is. Also, we have a blank for 30 years of financing if that is left blank in line 8B. You'll see here down here if that is left blank. Also, loan commitment. Right now, if your buyer does not get a loan commitment at the loan commitment date, both parties can cancel the contract. If you do not get a loan commitment date at the time that the loan commitment date is due, you could still cancel this contract with a written notice 7 days prior to the closing date. However, if you do send a loan commitment in writing, you can no longer back out of the contract. So we just specifically here, we're specifying, that if you do not have a loan commitment by the loan commitment date, both parties can cancel. You have 7 days prior to the closing. Also on page 3, we're covering items that are paid by the buyer. Right now, owner's policy premium are paid by the buyer. If you check item 2 or 2I's down here where the buyer designates the closing agent, you're also adding now lien searches to that. If you choose III, which is the Miami-Dade, Broward, and Regional provision, that is already included. Those lien searches are already included. So that's part of page 2 and 3 of the residential purchase contract. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you.